Zion Harmon is another example of a traditional point guard prospect who stayed atop of the rankings despite lacking size and athleticism. Most players who have been highly covered since middle school fizzle out around their junior or senior year. But over the last few years, Zion's been able to show he's a high major D1 prospect. Tough, crafty, and highly intelligent are just a few words I would use to describe the way Zion plays the game of basketball. These are characteristics you must have to be a successful basketball player, especially if you're undersized. In this video, we'll be analyzing Zion's impact on the game at the point guard position and why younger guards need to implement some of Zion's skills in their own game. Zion's biggest strength, in my opinion, is his ability to create for others on the floor. Nowadays, most point guards have a score-first mentality, but Zion comes from the cloth of pass-first point guards who take pride in getting others involved. Zion has elite ball handling ability and quickness, which allows him to play at his own pace and maneuver around the court to draw attention from help side defenders and then find the open man. As a young point guard, Zion is already exceptional in the pick and roll. His timing and accuracy on passes to the roller are very impressive. You can imagine playing on the EYBL since 7th grade has made Zion very poised running the offense. Plays like this aren't normal for your local high school point guard. Zion gets a ball screen and immediately the help defender hedges the screen aggressively. The screener does the right thing by slipping to the basket, but Zion doesn't give him the ball just yet. Since the help defender is overplaying, Zion attacks his waist and uses his body to pin him out the play. Doing this forces Zion's man to stop the drive, then Zion dishes a nasty behind the back bounce pass to the big man diving to the basket. Zion is an elite floor general that just knows how and when to make the right basketball play. It's great if you can score the ball, but you have no value as a point guard if you can't make others around you better. When you're an undersized guard, you need to find ways to finish around the rim consistently. If you're not overly explosive, this may be an issue, but Zion is very crafty with the ball when he gets in the lane. What I noticed with Zion is that he always extends the ball away from the defender when he's finishing at the rim. Like in this clip, Zion splits the ball screen and puts his body into the defender. Zion extends the ball away from the defense, making it difficult for the big man to block his shot. Then Zion plays the glass beautifully by laying it high off the square for a tough bucket. One thing with Zion is that he has a very stocky build that allows him to bang down low better than most point guards. Physically, he's strong enough to finish through contact without a problem, and his craftiness allows him to finish around the long arms in the paint. Zion is also very comfortable utilizing floaters in traffic. Even though he's crafty in the paint, when you're that small, you have to be able to use high arcing floaters to get over the length of the defense. Zion already has this move in his repertoire, and that will carry over greatly at the next level. So, is Zion a lights out shooter from the perimeter? At the moment, I would say no. His shooting percentage on the EYBL circuit wouldn't show that he is. But in big games, like the Peach Jam Championship versus AOT for example, Zion showed he could really heat up from 3-point range. He's a streaky shooter, but Zion looks comfortable shooting off the dribble and in catch and shoot situations. Zion's footwork and ball handling ability allows him to get great separation on jump shots, and even when his shot is contested well, he's still capable of making a difficult jumper. This part of Zion's game is key for his development going forward. In today's game, it's imperative for a starting point guard to be able to shoot the ball well, especially if you're 6 foot or shorter. Only a junior, Zion still has time to improve his shooting consistency, but it's still something to keep an eye on in the future. Well, here's my verdict. Zion is easily one of the best point guards in high school basketball. He checks off most of the boxes I look for in the floor general. Court vision, basketball IQ, poise, toughness, ball handling, and the ability to get a bucket when you need to. Zion needs to improve his overall consistency as a shooter, but over time I believe he'll be able to do so. I really like this kid's game. He plays with a chip on his shoulder every time he steps on the court. There'll be plenty more Zion Harmon videos in the future, and I can't wait to see how he develops over the next few years.